Welcome to lab number 11. In this lab, we want to showcase access control. Remember that in Linux, all members of the group share the same resources. Each member can access the resources that they have permissions for. They can maybe read, write, or execute depending on the permission. But what if you are a member of that group and you just want a member to access a particular resource and every other member is locked out of that resource? How do we achieve that? It's called access control. Let's get to it and find out how it works. So I begin by opening my terminal again. I've just added 3 users to the system, Mimi, Mr. Gray, and Mommy. And of course, these 3 users have added a password for them so they can log into the system. Now, let us go on to create a particular folder for the group. Group is called, in fact, these 3, let me just show us, these 3 users have access to one group called sales. So it is a group. You can see it there. You can see it there. They have access. Yeah, they have access to the group sales. Mimi, Mr. Gray, and Mommy, they have access to that group sales. And I think I can go on to create the sales folder. So make a directory /sales that way. And of course, that directory is created. Let us change the ownership. So we have sudo change ownership of that directory body sales, of course, /sales. So that has been done. We give it some SUID and SGID permissions. So sudo, and of course, we're going to use chmod. Give the permission 370 to that particular folder sales. 3770, sorry. And of course, do ls ld sales. We see that the permissions have been given, and of course, that is the detail for that. So I'm going to log in now as Mimi, so I will exit as root here, and of course, I will log in as Mimi. Let's password for me. So now I am logged in as Mimi, and as Mimi, what do? I'm going to cd to this particular directory, sales, and I am in that directory sales, and of course I'm going to create a new file. So I'm going to do echo, just as you create a new file for all group members to access. So this file. So that file. Txt, mimify.txt, and of course you see that that file belongs to Mimi. All group members can read that. So I'll have to change that to give access control so that just a particular user should be able to read that while the rest of the group members shouldn't be able to do that. So I'm going to change mode. So first of all, I revert all the permissions of the file strictly to Mimi and no other person alone. So I'm going to do chmod 600 read and write to Mimi, no execution. So we take that Mimi file txt, and of course, if ls again dash we see that Mimi has read and write, and then every other person does not have permission to the file. Now, I want to set uh, the access control permission so that only Mr. Gray has access to this file beside Mimi, of course. So set facts CL, and of course dash M user Mr. Gray, Mr. Gray's permission. And of course, what can Mr. Gray do? Mr. Gray can only read which file txt. Okay, that has been done. So if we get the CL of this particular file txt, we can see now that you can see right here that that's a file name. The owner is Mimi. It's in the groups of sales, and the user has read-write permission. Mr. Gray have been given the permission to read the file. Every other group member, nothing. And so the highest permission given so far to that file is a read for the whole group. And so there we have it. If we do ls-l as well, we'll see that there is a read permission now on the portion of the group, but that read permission is only for Mr. Gray. So that is fine. We can move on. Now, Mr. Gray should be able, so I'm going to log out the exit as Mimi, for instance, and then I'm going to log in as Mr. Gray. Let's see whether we can read the file. So okay, I'm in as Mr. Gray. So I just have to cd to the sales directory again, and let us see whether I can read that file. So Mimi file txt, and we can read the content there. It says this file belongs to Mimi, which is the content of the file. That is fine. Now, can Mr. Gray add to the file? Remember, Mr. Gray had only read permission. Can Mr. Gray append to that file? So echo I want to add this file. See? Sorry, I needed to append. Add to append something to the file. So it's txt. Okay, yeah, I keep on seeing my mistakes again. I didn't close the brackets there, so get that. Yes. So it says permission denied. I can append to that file because I had only read access to the file. So now let us create another new file as Mr. Gray. So, just have to keep the syntax. This. What am I echoing here? Mr. Gray. And so that is the information on that. And we're going to call that file start file.txt. And so that file has been created. ls to that file, we'll see that there are two files there. One has read permission for everyone, so we'll exit. So Mr. Gray has created his own file, so we are going to exit and we are going to log in as mommy and then see whether we can manipulate the files. So right now I'm going to exit as Mr. Gray. Exit. Okay, fine. So now I log in. It's mommy. So now, can I read what is found in Mimi's file? Remember, I have no permission to that file. TXT. You say sorry, I need to, first of all, see slash to get there first. I to read that file again and permission. Now, what about Mr. Gray's file? So, so Mr. Gray's file. Mr. As Mr. Gray, the group had a read permission on Mr. Gray's file, so it's readable. But now, for Mimi and Mr. Gray, there's no permission for mommy to delete. So if I say RM, that's delete for. So still have to. So Mimi 60. Just trying to remove that file. I have no permission. And then, of course, I agree. Remember, I also executed that as well. See, yes, I have no permission to execute on that. So you see that mommy cannot manipulate that file. And so that is how we give access control to various members of the same group. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.